people genetically are the only living organic beings on the planet Earth. We are the only beings on the planet Earth who genetically and cellularly and biologically show evidence, okay, of forming biochemically in perpendicular mode with the planet Earth. We're the only people on the planet Earth that show a natural formation in the creation process, okay? We got the same DNA that plants have. We have anything that's natural on the planet Earth. Black people share these same genetic structures and markers within our genome, okay? Now, why is this important? Because according to Microbiology and Evolution, the 2011 edition, I believe is from July, if you are not of African descent, you are only 93% human being, 7% Neanderthal, okay? You are not a full human being. Now, why is this important? Evolution theory, which is a lie, but it's still taught, okay, and it's partial truth, is that white people share 98% of their DNA with chimpanzees, okay? Now, why is this important? This is not to, I'm not saying this, making this point right here to try to downgrade anybody or devalue anybody. Okay, we all know that we're not the same. If you believe in extraterrestrials, then you should know that we're all not the same. There's over 1,100 different species of extraterrestrials on the planet Earth right now. So the fact that there's intelligent organisms with different genetic makeups is something that shouldn't be foreign to you. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. Monkeys don't live in the sea. Primates don't live in the sea. So there's no way Ariel could have been a white woman, okay, because you got to explain to me how this white woman, okay, ended up with amphibious genetic amino acids which formed into proteins which created amphibious characteristics within our organism. And then you have to prove to me that's just the lower half. Then you got to prove to me how the upper half, which is monkey down here, okay, 98% chimpanzee. This is science. Go look it up. 98% chimpanzee, okay, and they're living under the sea, okay? So for all of the white people on Twitter that's going crazy and stop tagging me in dumb shit, okay? Talking about science. One of y'all said something stupid about, well, Ariel would have had to have been white because the sea is deep away from the sunlight, so she would be lacking melanin. I'm tired of y'all keep acting like melanin or being in the sun is a direct component of melanin. It's not, okay? It's not. That's not, whatchamacallit. Melanin is created cosmically, okay? And there's different platforms of melanin. You got neuromelanin, eumelanin, pheomelanin. Which melanin are you talking about? Now, the point that I want to prove to the white lady who said that on Twitter, okay, and why that's stupid, is because monkeys live in the sunlight. They don't have neuromelanin. This is why monkeys' faces turn red. This is why their backside, aka their butts, turn red. Any part of a monkey that's exposed to the sun becomes sunburned. And that's why it becomes red, okay? And so that being said, the point I'm trying to make is if living in direct exposure to sunlight or outside of sunlight created the chemical composition and sequence of melanin that black people have, that I have, was actually a factor, then everything on the planet Earth that lived in the sunlight will have melanin. The goddamn rhinoceros will have the same melanin in the epidermis layer of his skin that I have. An elephant will have. And so with that being said, this is a extraterrestrial and cosmically created property. Okay, this is why the Egyptians called themselves children of the sun. Okay, but with that being said, this is not something that you just get. I'm gonna just leave it there. So that is the scientific reason why the Little Mermaid could not have been white, okay? Because white people's genetics would not allow them to be anywhere under the goddamn sea swimming as a Little Mermaid. It's not gonna happen, okay? So, sorry. Now, that being said, let's go to part 2, which is the historical facts of why the Little Mermaid will be black. White people, okay? Go to National Geographic before you come over here arguing with me. National Geographic, okay, the Australian Research Center for Ancient DNA, released an article stating that white people have only been on the planet for 6,000 years. Y'all genes are no older than 6,000 years old. Now, everybody seems to know this except for y'all, okay? Everybody seems to accept this except for y'all. But this is why y'all history books start at 6,000 years ago. The Bible starts at 6,000 years ago. All the white history starts about 6,000 years ago, whether you want to talk about Greeks or Vikings or whatever. This is why everything that has to do with being non-black starts at 6,000 years ago. And so what y'all have done is y'all have also taken black history, which is millions of years old, literally, if not billions of years old, and y'all reconfigured that and constructed that to fit into y'all 6,000 year timeline. Now, why is it important? When you throw that bullshit timeline in the garbage and you deal with the actual timeline of human existence, you will see that black people were drawing depictions of mermaids before any other race of person was on a planet. So before white people, Chinese people, Arab people, Spanish people, any other people existed, when we was here by ourselves, we were depicting mermaids. Now, normally I would go to Egypt, okay? And I would reference Egypt. But I can go to the Mayans, I can go to the Naga tribe, I can go anywhere. But specifically right now, I'm finna go to the Dogon tribe in Mali. Why? Because I'm finna prove my point. The Dogon tribe in Mali, which is in West Africa, who are direct descendants of the black Egyptians who are black, okay? If you want to have that argument next, okay? It's been genetically proven that the mummies are black. But with that being said, the Dogon tribe in Mali, who are direct descendants of the African ancient Egyptians, okay, were discovered by white people in the 1900s. It's only 2019, so that was maybe 100 years ago. Y'all discovered them in the 1920s, 1930s, so what was that, like 80, 90 years ago? So that's still a fairly new discovery of the century for white people, as far as a tribe of black people who had astronomical knowledge far beyond what y'all thought. Now, why is this important? The reason I'm using this tribe is because it's going to factor in historical dates, okay? The Dogon tribe of Mali understood the Sirius star system. It was Sirius A, Sirius B, and Sirius C. Now, these stars were not later confirmed or discovered to be existed by white people until 1995. It's only 2019. So what was that, like 20, 30 years ago maybe? And so that being said, our ancestors not only documented these stars, they documented who gave them the intellect. So if you actually study black history, not just history, black history, you know that the black Mayans, the black Olmecs, the black Nagas in Japan, the black Egyptians, aka the Kushite Empire, okay, as well as the tribes in Africa, but specifically the Dogon tribe in Mali, you know that every last ancient civilization said that their ancestors came from the stars, okay? Now, why is this important? The Dogon tribe documented some of these entities as what is known as the Nomos, N-O-M-O-S, and they drew them as half fish, half person. Duh! And they also used this symbol, this which we would consider a mermaid, but let's just say a fish entity, a humanoid fish entity, as a symbol for the Sirius star system. Now, why is this important? Ancient Egypt is a minimum of 30 to 40,000 years old. It wasn't built in 32 BC like you're being told. And the Dogon tribe of Mali are descendants of this ancient Egyptian empire. So however old Egypt is, the Dogon tribe of Mali is. But let's just assume, okay? Let's just assume that the Dogon tribe really was founded around 3200 BC, like white people say, because they also say that Egypt was founded around 3200 BC. So let's just go with those facts, okay? With that misinformation that's being presented as facts. Let's say that that's a fact. If the Dogon tribe was founded in 3200 BC, okay, and upon their founding, they interacted with extraterrestrials who taught them about the Sirius A, B, and C star system, and they drew depictions of mermaids in 3200 BC, okay? That's about 6,000 years ago. Now, why was this important? White people were either not on the planet or just becoming created on the planet, and they were still in the Caucasus Mountains at this time. Now, why is this important? There's no way that white people would have ever seen or discovered mermaids from the Caucasus Mountains in the motherfucking sea. No way. So, with that being said, why is this important? Not only historically did black people conceive the ideology of a mermaid before white people, okay? 90% of everything that's in these movies and in these cartoons come from black people. So, and you know what? I'm finna do a lecture on this. Matter of fact, I'm finna do a lecture. I'm finna do a live stream on all of the symbolism that come from black history that's in movies and cartoons. I'm finna do a whole live stream. I'm gonna do it for free on my YouTube channel so y'all all can see. So stay tuned for that, because that story needs to be told. But with that being said, we can go wherever you wanna go. What? Star Wars? A Jedi is the word Dahij scrambled. A Dahij, D-E-J-I, was considered the bodyguard of a pharaoh. And it was allegedly documented by the ancient Greeks, okay, that the bodyguards of the pharaoh were so well trained that it seemed that they had supernatural powers. So Star Wars, whether you want to talk about Darth Vader's face is the Sphinx. Go put the faces side by side. everything. If you go look at Frank Lucas, okay, I mean, you go look up Frank Lucas' interview. Frank Lucas said in his interview, most of his ideology for Star Wars came from studying ancient African Egyptian culture. Okay, what you want to go to Thundercats? The goddamn lair for the Thundercats is the Sphinx. What are you talking? I could go down any cartoon you want to go to. Batman is Anubis. What y'all want to do? And so that being said, I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this just to bust y'all out, because it's funny how y'all so upset over a cartoon character, okay? When not only do y'all not have a problem stealing our roles when it comes to historically based movies, okay? Because anything about Egypt is historically based. Y'all didn't make 300 full of blacks. No, y'all made it full of whites, because that's what it was about. The Band of Thebes, which was a homosexual group of men who were militarized to fight for Greeks at the time, because the Greek military figured that if the men were homosexual and they loved each other, they would fight harder because they was fighting to save the life of their lover. This is actual fact. Go look it up. There was a 300-man military in ancient Greece that was strictly and completely homosexual, and the movie 300 was about nothing but homosexuals. Go look it up, The Band of Thebes. And so I'm glad y'all did that one right. But with that being said, y'all have no problem stealing black history in any other time, okay? But damn, y'all going crazy over cartoons? It's a goddamn cartoon. Walt Disney was a Freemason. You think Walt Disney, okay, didn't know the shit I'm saying to you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Y'all, these people who control the media know where they snatching ideas and know where they getting shit from. When you watch movies like Ouija or Paranormal Activity, you think somebody's really sitting down making this shit up? No, this shit is coming from inspired script from real shit that people is either knowing or doing behind the scenes. And so that being said, family, this video right here was just something light.